Welcome to Moments in Time and Space, a microfiction podcast, bringing you tales of horror and suspense with your host, Aaron Maracle. Hello everyone. Drones are a common battlefield weapon in our modern world. Emotionless tools of destruction that remove the need for soldiers to experience the pain of their enemies up close. In the near future, man has managed to separate themselves even further from these remote weapons. Trooper 246, 5 minutes till target, barked the Jumpmaster. The gray android left sleep mode and rose from his seat among his companions. It marched towards the back of the C-130 and performed a self-diagnostic to ensure that its systems were at peak operating capacity. The back ramp of the C-130 lowered, and the android walked steadily out to its edge. Trooper 246, status report, ordered the Jumpmaster. All systems are nominal. Mission parameters loaded. Target coordinates have been calibrated, reported Trooper 246. The Jumpmaster nodded, and a large green light came on near the end of the ramp. The android jumped and began to plunge toward the city below. Their visual sensors locked onto the center of the orbital mass, and microjets in its legs made small corrections in its descent. Proximity alarms went off, and internal sensors indicated that 2 projectiles were closing on Trooper's 246 position. The android focused his visual sensors in the direction of the projectiles and picked up 2 missiles streaking toward them at high speed. Its recognition database determined that there was a high probability these were surface-to-air interceptors with heat-seeking capabilities. The threat deterrent algorithm recommended the deployment of flares in 4 seconds to have the highest possibility of neutralizing the incoming missiles. Trooper 246 executed the recommendations, and flares launched on the heels of the android. It watched incoming missiles veer away and slammed into a cluster of flares, detonating in a bright flash of light and smoke. The trooper's internal comm system indicated the Jumpmaster was asking for a status update. The android reported that it was 10,000 meters from the target and encountered air defenses. Flak began to explode around the trooper, and its microjets kicked in to avoid the worst of it. The android surveyed the ground with its visual sensors, and its internal guidance system plotted a slight course change to compensate for the flak. Trooper 246 was close enough to the ground that it could hear air raid signs wailing all over the city. The flak intensified, but the android was too small and too nimble of a target to be hit. Internal sensors picked up another set of missiles incoming, but it was too late to make a difference. As soon as Trooper 246 was 1,000 meters from the city, it exploded in a brilliant flash of light. The unit was vaporized and replaced with a large mushroom cloud that brought nuclear death to the city and its inhabitants. It is far easier to inflict hurt than it is to provide healing. Thank you for listening. If you like what you heard, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. You can also follow me on Twitter at Moments in TAS. Feel free to recommend this podcast to others and help it grow. Please check out our Patreon page if you want to offer additional support for this podcast. The opening and closing theme is Creepy Night by Daniel Carlton. Until next time, be safe, be smart, and be well. See you soon.